Before we go deeper, take a second look at those old coins sitting in jars, drawers, or even loose in your car cup holder, because history has a strange way of hiding value in the most ordinary places. Some of the biggest coin discoveries weren't found in museums or auctions, but right at home, overlooked for years until the right eye spotted something special. So keep watching, because by the end of this you'll know exactly what to look for and why even a simple $50 could turn into a surprising payday. Let's get started. Imagine holding a coin that most people overlook in pocket change, yet under the right conditions it transforms into a true collector's treasure. The 1980 Kennedy $50 with no mint mark is one of those fascinating pieces that quietly sits in American numismatic history. At first glance it may look ordinary, but for collectors who understand grading, strike quality, and rarity factors, this coin can become a standout discovery that sparks serious excitement in the coin collecting world. The Kennedy $50 series began in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy following his assassination, and by 1980 the series had already transitioned fully into a modern clad composition. The 1980 issue was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark at all, a detail that often confuses new collectors. These coins were produced using a copper-nickel clad composition rather than silver, reflecting the economic changes in U.S. coinage during the late 20th century, and they circulated widely across everyday commerce rather than being treated as special collector-only pieces. What makes the 1980 no mint mark Kennedy $50 interesting is not just its production, but the subtle variations that can occur during minting. While the standard design features John F. Kennedy's profile on the obverse and the presidential seal with the eagle on the reverse, collectors pay close attention to strike sharpness, luster quality, and rare minting anomalies. Coins with strong, full strike details, exceptional surface preservation, or unusual mint errors such as slight doubling or off-center strikes can become significantly more desirable than regular circulated examples. In terms of rarity, this coin is not rare in the traditional sense because millions were minted, but rarity enters the picture when condition is considered. Most examples found in circulation today show wear, scratches, or dull surfaces, which lowers their collectible appeal. However, specimens that have been preserved in pristine mint state condition, especially those graded MS-66 or higher by professional grading services, are far less common and can attract strong attention from serious collectors seeking top-tier registry coins. When it comes to market value, the majority of circulated 1980 Kennedy $50 typically range from face value to a few dollars, depending on condition. However, uncirculated mint state examples can bring anywhere from $20 to $150 or more. In exceptional cases where coins achieve ultra-high grades like MS-67 or exhibit rare mint errors, auction results have shown values climbing into the $1,000 to $5,000 range, driven by competitive bidding among collectors who chase perfection and scarcity in modern coinage. For collectors looking to acquire this coin, the key is patience and attention to detail. Searching unsearched coin rolls, estate collections, or certified dealer inventories increases the chances of finding high-grade examples. Always examine surface quality, edge wear, and luster under good lighting, and whenever possible, rely on third-party grading services to confirm authenticity and condition. The smartest strategy is to focus on quality over quantity, because a single premium-grade coin is far more valuable than a handful of worn examples. In the end, the 1980 no mint mark Kennedy $50 represents more than just a piece of currency. It is a snapshot of modern American minting history. While it may not be the rarest coin in circulation, its value potential lies in preservation, grading, and the thrill of the hunt. For collectors, it offers an exciting blend of historical significance, visual appeal, and the possibility of discovering a hidden gem that turns an ordinary $50 into a remarkable investment piece. As the story of this coin continues, it becomes clear that its true appeal lies in how it bridges everyday circulation with high-end collecting potential. The 1980 Kennedy $50 with no mint mark represents a period when U.S. coinage was fully modernized, yet still carried the prestige of a commemorative design honoring a beloved president. This contrast between common use and collectible prestige is exactly what keeps numismatists returning to it again and again, hoping to find that one exceptional example hiding in plain sight. Another layer of interest comes from how these coins were handled by the public. In 1980, half dollars were not widely used in daily transactions, meaning many coins were either stored away in rolls or spent without much attention. Because of this, most surviving examples show uneven distribution and condition, creating a wide gap between heavily circulated pieces and those that remained untouched in mint bags or bank rolls. This uneven survival rate plays a major role in shaping today's collector market. Collectors also pay close attention to surface preservation and original mint luster. A 1980 Kennedy half dollar that still retains its full cartwheel shine under light can stand out dramatically compared to dull, worn examples. This visual quality is often what separates a low-value coin from a premium collectible, especially when combined with sharp details in Kennedy's hair, facial features, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse side. Error varieties add another exciting dimension to this coin's story. While not extremely common, certain minting mistakes such as die cracks, misaligned strikes, or subtle doubling can significantly increase interest. These errors are highly sought after because they represent unexpected flaws in the minting process, turning what was meant to be a standard production coin into a unique and one-of-a-kind collectible piece. The grading system also plays a crucial role in determining value. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a scale from circulated grades like fine or very fine all the way up to mint state perfection. Even a small difference in grade can dramatically affect price, which is why collectors often focus on certified coins rather than raw examples when investing in higher-value Kennedy half dollars. Market demand for modern Kennedy half dollars has grown steadily as more collectors turn their attention to overlooked dates. While older silver issues often get most of the attention, coins like the 1980 no mint mark issue are gaining recognition because high-grade examples are becoming harder to locate over time. This slow increase in demand contributes to gradual price appreciation, especially for well-preserved specimens. Auction trends also show that top-quality examples tend to perform best when sold through reputable platforms. Competitive bidding can push prices significantly higher than standard retail estimates, particularly when multiple collectors are competing for the same high-grade coin. This competitive environment is what sometimes drives rare mint-state examples into the thousands of dollars range. Ultimately, the 1980 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark continues to prove that value in coin collecting is not always about age or precious metal content. Instead, it is about preservation, rarity and condition, and collector demand. For anyone building a serious collection, this coin offers a powerful reminder that even modern, commonly overlooked pieces can transform into valuable assets when time, quality, and market interest align. Next up, picture the gleam of a coin that most people overlook in pocket change, yet under the right conditions it transforms into a collector's treasure. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar with the Denver D mint mark, a coin that at first glance seems ordinary but can become surprisingly valuable when rarity, condition, and collector demand align. This is not just another half-dollar story. It is about how a common coin can turn into a prized investment piece that excites numismatists across the United States. The 1974 Denver-minted Kennedy half dollar was produced during a unique era in American coinage history, just a few years after the United States removed silver from circulation half dollars in 1971. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin is part of the copper-nickel clad series, designed to replace the earlier 90% silver composition. Its creation reflects a changing economy, rising metal costs, and a shift toward modern coin production. While billions were minted for circulation, only a tiny fraction would survive in pristine, untouched condition decades later. What makes the 1974 D Kennedy half dollar stand out is not just its design, featuring President John F. Kennedy's iconic profile on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse, but the subtle variations that collectors obsess over. High-grade strikes with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal contact marks are the real stars. Occasionally, rare minting anomalies such as striking errors, doubled dies, or exceptionally clean planchets elevate certain examples far above ordinary circulation pieces, turning them into highly sought-after collectibles. Rarity in this case is not about how few were made, but how few survived in elite condition. Most 1974 D half dollars entered circulation and were heavily worn, scratched, or damaged over time. Coins graded MS65 and above, especially MS67 or higher, are significantly scarcer and command serious attention in the numismatic market. When combined with strong eye appeal, original mint luster, and clean surfaces, these top-condition examples become the true targets of advanced collectors. In today's market, the value of a 1974 D Kennedy half dollar can vary dramatically depending on its condition. Circulated examples may only bring a few dollars, but uncirculated MS65 coins can reach around $20 to $75. However, in elite MS67 or higher condition, especially with exceptional eye appeal or rare mint errors, prices can climb into the $1,000 to $5,000 range or even higher in competitive auctions. Error varieties such as dramatic die cracks or off-center strikes can push values even further depending on rarity and demand. For collectors looking to acquire this coin, strategy is everything. Always start by focusing on certified coins graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC to ensure authenticity and accurate condition assessment. Pay close attention to luster, strike quality, and surface preservation. Searching through uncirculated bank rolls, estate collections, or trusted coin dealers can sometimes yield hidden gems. Patience is key, because the highest value examples are rarely found easily and often require careful bidding in auctions or coin shows. Ultimately, the 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar proves that value in numismatics is not always about precious metal content, but about rarity, condition, and historical significance. It stands as a reminder of an important transitional period in U.S. coinage and offers collectors both a visual tribute to President Kennedy and a potential investment opportunity. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your journey, this coin carries the kind of story and potential that makes collecting truly exciting. Beyond the standard circulation pieces, serious collectors often turn their attention to certified grading systems, where the true story of a 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar begins to unfold. Third-party grading by services like PCGS and NGC assigns a precise condition level that can instantly separate a common coin from a premium collectible. A difference of even one grade point, such as MS65 versus MS66, can mean a dramatic jump in value, especially when the coin displays strong eye appeal and original mint brilliance that has survived decades untouched. One of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the presence of minting errors, which transform ordinary pieces into standout rarities. Collectors actively search for doubled dies, clipped planchets, and off-center strikes, all of which add uniqueness and scarcity. In some cases, a dramatic mint error on a 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar can multiply its value several times over, especially when the error is visually obvious and well documented. These imperfections, once considered flaws, have become some of the most desirable features in modern numismatics. Auction history also plays a major role in shaping the reputation of this coin. High-grade specimens occasionally appear in major coin auctions, where competitive bidding among collectors can push prices far beyond expected market levels. When a particularly well-preserved MS67 or MS68 example surfaces, collectors often treat it as a once-in-a-season opportunity. These moments help establish new pricing benchmarks and reinforce the coin's reputation as a sleeper piece in the Kennedy half dollar series. Another important factor that influences demand is eye appeal, which goes beyond technical grading. Two coins with the same numerical grade can have very different values depending on their visual quality. A coin with vibrant mint luster, strong strike definition, and clean, attractive surfaces will always command more attention. Collectors often describe these coins as having a cartwheel shine that instantly stands out under light, making them far more desirable than dull or heavily marked examples. Market trends over the years have shown a steady appreciation for high-grade Kennedy half dollars, especially those from the 1970s era. As more collectors enter the hobby and population reports for top grades remain low, competition increases. This gradual tightening of supply has helped push premium examples of the 1974 D half dollar into stronger price brackets. While common coins remain affordable, the elite condition pieces continue to climb in long-term investment potential. For new collectors, understanding authenticity is just as important as understanding value. The popularity of Kennedy half dollars has led to a rise in altered or misrepresented coins in the marketplace. Learning to recognize genuine mint marks, natural tunning, and proper strike characteristics is essential. Relying on certified coins or trusted dealers significantly reduces the risk of overpaying for a misrepresented piece, ensuring that your collection grows with genuine value and confidence. Storage and preservation also play a critical role in maintaining long-term worth. Coins that are improperly handled can lose their premium status quickly due to fingerprints, scratches, or environmental damage. Serious collectors use protective holders, climate-controlled storage, and minimal direct handling to preserve condition. Even a small loss of luster or surface quality can significantly reduce the potential market value of a high-grade 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar. In the end, the 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar stands as a perfect example of how modern coinage can hold hidden value waiting to be discovered. It blends historical significance, artistic design, and the thrill of rarity into one accessible collectible. For those willing to study its details and patiently search for exceptional examples, this coin offers not just financial potential, but also the rewarding experience of uncovering overlooked beauty in everyday currency. Next up, the story of the 1971 Denver D. Kennedy half-dollar begins with more than just a coin, it begins with a legacy. Struck in honor of John F. Kennedy, this coin carries the emotional weight of a nation still reflecting on his impact less than a decade after his assassination. When collectors first hold this piece, they are not just holding 50 cents of silver-clad history. They are holding a symbol of American change, hope, and the early 1970s era of transition in U.S. coinage design. Minted at the Denver Mint in 1971, the D Mint mark identifies its origin and places it within a fascinating period of American monetary production. By this time, the United States had already shifted away from 90% silver half-dollars, and the 1971 issues were among the earliest clad compositions. This transition alone makes the coin historically important, as it marks the beginning of the copper-nickel era for the Kennedy half-dollar series, forever changing its physical makeup and collector perception. What makes the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar especially intriguing is not just its base version, but the exceptional specimens that surface in higher grades and rare strike characteristics. While millions were minted, only a small fraction survived in pristine mint state condition with full luster and sharp strike detail. Some rare examples even show deep cameo-like surfaces or exceptional eye appeal due to superior mint handling, making them stand out dramatically from typical circulation pieces. Collectors also pay close attention to condition rarity, which is the true driving force behind value in this coin. A circulated 1971 D might be worth only face value or slightly more, but once you reach MS65 and above, demand increases significantly. The real excitement begins in ultra-high-grade examples graded MS67 or higher, where competition among collectors and registry set builders pushes prices into the $1,000 to $5,000 range, depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and certification. Another factor influencing desirability is originality. Coins that retain their original mint luster without cleaning, polishing, or environmental damage are far more valuable. Toning can also play a role. Natural golden or rainbow hues can elevate visual appeal and collector interest dramatically. On the other hand, harsh cleaning or scratches can instantly reduce value, even if the coin is technically uncirculated, making authenticity and preservation critical in the collecting journey. For collectors aiming to acquire a high-value 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar, strategy is everything. Searching through certified dealers, reputable auction platforms, and professionally graded slabs is the safest path. Understanding grading standards and learning how to identify strong strikes versus weak strikes can give buyers a major advantage. Many seasoned collectors also recommend focusing on eye appeal over raw grade numbers alone, as visually stunning coins often outperform technically similar examples in market demand. In the end, the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar stands as more than just a post-Silver era coin. It is a bridge between historical legacy and modern collecting passion. Its connection to Kennedy's enduring legacy, its role in a major U.S. coinage transition, and its potential for high-grade scarcity all combine to make it a powerful addition to any serious collection. For collectors and investors alike, this coin represents a blend of history, beauty, and opportunity that continues to captivate the numismatic world. One of the most overlooked aspects of the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar is how dramatically strike quality can vary from coin to coin. Even though it was produced at the highly efficient Denver Mint, certain production runs show weakness in details such as Kennedy's hair strands, the eagle's feathers on the reverse, and the sharpness of the lettering. Collectors who specialize in full strike examples often spend years hunting for coins where every design element appears bold and fully defined, because those pieces immediately stand apart in visual impact and long-term value potential. The coin's composition also plays a major role in its collecting story. Unlike earlier half-dollars struck in 90% silver, the 1971 D is part of the copper-nickel-clad era introduced by the United States Mint. This change was driven by rising silver prices in the late 1960s, which forced the United States to redesign circulating coinage. As a result, the 1971 D represents one of the earliest generations of modern half-dollars, making it a historical marker of economic change in American coin production. Another fascinating area for collectors is the search for mint errors and unusual varieties. While not common, Some 1971 D Kennedy half dollars show interesting anomalies such as die cracks, minor off-center strikes, or striking inconsistencies caused during high-volume production. These error coins can sometimes command strong premiums, especially when the flaw is visually dramatic yet still maintains strong overall eye appeal. For many collectors, these unique imperfections add personality and individuality to an otherwise mass-produced coin. Third-party grading has become a major force in determining the true market value of the 1971 D Kennedy half dollar. Coins certified by major grading services often achieve significantly higher prices than raw examples, especially when they reach elite grades like MS66, MS67, or higher. The slab not only guarantees authenticity but also provides confidence in condition, which is essential in a competitive market where subtle differences in luster and surface preservation can translate into thousands of dollars in value. Auction results over the years have shown that top-quality examples of this coin can experience intense bidding wars. When a beautifully toned or perfectly struck MS67 Plus specimen appears in a major auction, advanced collectors and registry competitors often push prices far beyond expectations. In some cases, exceptional pieces have reached the $1,000 $5,000 range, and in rare elite scenarios with extraordinary eye appeal, even higher premiums have been recorded depending on demand at the time. For those entering the hobby, patience is the most powerful strategy when searching for a strong 1971 D Kennedy half dollar. Many beginners make the mistake of buying the first available coin, but experienced collectors know that waiting for the right combination of grade, luster, and originality pays off significantly. Studying certified population reports and comparing auction archives can provide valuable insight into what truly qualifies as a premium quality example. The investment outlook for this coin remains steady rather than speculative, which is exactly what appeals to serious numismatists. While it may not behave like a rapidly rising bullion asset, its value in top condition has shown consistent strength over time. Collectors who focus on high-grade certified pieces often treat them as long-term holdings, benefiting from slow but reliable appreciation driven by scarcity in elite condition tiers. Ultimately, the 1971 D Kennedy half dollar continues to hold its place as a bridge between history and modern collecting strategy. It reflects the legacy of John F. Kennedy, the evolution of American coinage under the United States Mint, and the enduring excitement of the numismatic market. For collectors who appreciate history, detail, and condition rarity, this coin is not just another half dollar. It is a carefully preserved piece of America's monetary transformation. Next up, have you ever looked at a simple half dollar and wondered if it could be worth thousands of dollars? Today, we're exploring the fascinating world of the 1972 D Kennedy half dollar, a coin that carries a powerful piece of American history and has become a favorite among collectors. While millions of these coins were produced, certain high-quality examples and special varieties have attracted serious attention in the numismatic world. This coin is more than just currency. It is a small piece of history connected to the legacy of President John F. Kennedy and the era in which it was created. The 1972 D Kennedy half dollar was produced at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located on the reverse side near the eagle's feathers. This coin was created during a time when the United States was moving through major social and economic changes. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964 after the tragic assassination of President Kennedy, and by 1972, the design had become a familiar symbol of remembrance. The coin features Kennedy's portrait on the front, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse shows the presidential seal with an eagle, stars, and a powerful patriotic design created by Frank Gasparo. What makes the 1972 D Kennedy half dollar interesting to collectors is not just its age but the details hidden within each piece. Most 1972 D half dollars were made from a copper-nickel clad composition, replacing the earlier silver versions. Collectors carefully examine these coins for strong strikes, sharp details, original luster, unusual varieties, and exceptional preservation. Coins with attractive surfaces, deep shine, and minimal marks can stand out from ordinary examples, making them much more desirable in the collector market. The value of a 1972 D Kennedy half dollar depends heavily on condition, rarity, and certification. A typical circulated coin may only be worth a small amount above face value, but professionally graded examples in extremely high condition can command much higher prices. Some premium quality coins with outstanding grades and rare characteristics may reach values in the range of hundreds to several $1,000s, with exceptional examples sometimes approaching the $1,000 $5,000 range depending on collector demand and market conditions. For collectors hopping to find a valuable 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar, careful inspection is the key. Look for coins with clean surfaces, strong lettering, clear details, and the original mint shine. It is also important to verify authenticity, especially when dealing with expensive coins. Professional grading services can help confirm the condition and legitimacy of a coin, which can greatly increase confidence for buyers and sellers in the marketplace. Building a collection around the 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar can be an exciting journey because every coin tells a story. Collectors often search through old collections, inherited coin jars, estate sales, and trusted coin dealers looking for hidden treasures. Understanding grading, learning about varieties, and studying market trends can help collectors make smarter decisions and discover coins that have long-term appeal. The 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar remains a fascinating piece of American coinage because it combines history, design, and collecting excitement in one small object. Whether you are a beginner discovering coins for the first time or an experienced numismatist searching for rare treasures, this Kennedy half-dollar offers a unique connection to the past. Its historical importance, beautiful design, and potential value make it a coin worth examining and appreciating. The story of the 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar continues to attract collectors because it represents an important period in American coin history. By the early 1970s, the Kennedy series had already become one of the most recognizable coin designs in the United States. The Denver Mint produced large quantities of these coins for everyday circulation, but collectors today understand that finding one in exceptional condition is much harder than simply finding an ordinary example. One of the biggest reasons collectors pay attention to the 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar is the search for coins that survived decades with very little damage. Since these coins were used in daily transactions, many became scratched, worn, or lost their original shine. A coin that still shows strong details around Kennedy's hair, the lettering, and the eagle's feathers can be much more appealing and valuable to collectors who focus on quality. The mint mark is another important feature that helps identify this coin. The D mark confirms that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, giving it a special connection to the production history of the series. Collectors often compare Denver issues with other mint locations to study differences in quality, strike strength, and availability, making each variation an interesting part of the hobby. Although the 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar is not a rare coin in basic form, the rare and high-grade examples create excitement in the collecting community. Coins that receive top grades from professional certification companies can become highly sought after because collectors compete for pieces that represent the finest examples available. This competition can push prices higher when a truly impressive specimen appears on the market. Another factor that influences value is the coin's eye appeal. A collector may prefer a coin with bright original surfaces, attractive natural tunning, and excellent overall appearance. Even two coins with the same grade can sometimes have different values because one may look cleaner, sharper, and more visually impressive than the other. For anyone searching for a valuable 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar, patience plays a major role. Many collectors spend years studying coins before finding a special example. Checking family collections, older coin albums, and circulated coins can sometimes reveal unexpected treasures, especially when people overlook the small details that make one coin different from another. The market for Kennedy half-dollars continues to grow because the series connects collectors with a major moment in American history. The 1972 D issue is especially interesting because it represents the continuation of Kennedy's legacy during a changing era. Its combination of historical meaning and collectible appeal keeps it popular among both new and experienced collectors. Before purchasing a valuable 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar, collectors should research recent sales, understand grading standards, and avoid making decisions based only on appearance. A coin that looks perfect to the eye may have hidden problems, while a professionally evaluated coin can provide more confidence. Knowledge is one of the most valuable tools in the world of coin collecting. The excitement of the 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could become something extraordinary. Every coin has a journey, and some examples survive in conditions that make them stand out decades later. This makes the hunt for valuable Kennedy half-dollars a thrilling experience for collectors everywhere. In the end, the 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar is a remarkable collectible because it combines American history, artistic design, and the challenge of discovery. Whether valued at a few dollars or reaching much higher prices in premium condition, this coin remains a fascinating reminder that treasures can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. The journey of collecting a 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar is not only about finding a valuable coin, but also about discovering a connection to the past. Each example carries the story of the Denver Mint, the craftsmanship of its designers, and the people who used it over the years. For collectors, the real excitement comes from examining every detail and realizing that even a common coin can become a prized treasure when it has exceptional quality, rarity, and historical importance.